Welcome to Invest. We'll talk about investing, finance, or professional development. As the recording time of exactly 9 a.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum contract $2,620, up about 0.49% so far. With respect to overall crypto market, on the pre-market perspective, on the equity side, we are rebounding from a relatively sizable sell-off yesterday, obviously driven by the war combined with the negative CPI report that came out, right? And as of this morning, we are rebounding with the hopeism or optimism that the Russian-Ukraine war ceasefire talks will progress on a positive manner at the same time because of yesterday's sell-off. It presents a buying opportunity for some selective investors, driving some buying opportunities, right? At the same time, if I'm looking across the spectrum, there are some price targets that's being released, specifically pointing towards a lot of the tech stocks, which makes sense, right? Most of them are, way depleted in terms of the technical and also the fundamental fronts. So they're no longer trading in true value. They are just just huge discount altogether. Mainly driven by feelings, but rather than actual financial reflections of the company's performance, right? So obviously I do agree, and with that affectation, obviously some people follow the banking's type of price release or price target updates that drives some buying pressure there, right? So in addition to that, the oil prices seems like has kind of normalized a little bit. We saw the dip of the 10% on Wednesday and subsequently kind of reversed back up, and then the negative CPI report comes out, so drive just a lot of volatility this week. We've been just kind of zigzag across the spectrum, right? So today is a relatively, relaxed day as we are shifting towards the weekend, and across the news is still kind of same like the same backwash type of news, but just in a different flavor or different perspective every single day. So let's just dive into technical without wasting more time. Respective recording time of 9:03 a.m. on the Eastern Time. Ethereum right now is still not out of the woods. You could see that clearly. We are just linger at the comfortable level, right? 2625, which is the level we've been talking about so far, right? It seems like we're still in the head and shoulder pattern, right? And again, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, right? I'm not perfect and I don't 100% get it right all the time. But this seems like a head, this is a shoulder, this is a shoulder, right? And the reason that we're gliding at the current level right now is because this is a comfortable level, right? But if we break the current level because of the upcoming events, which is on the 15th and 16th, this FOMC meeting, right? If we miss the mark or we hear specific verbiage from Jerome Powell again, ideally reaching back down to the 22500 all the way to 2350 can be logical. With respect to Bitcoin, I would say the pattern is relatively comparable. This is a head, shoulder, with a 47 out of 70, and the next logical level, if we were to come back down, would be 37,500, and even more severely to like the 35 to 34, right? So that's something to think about. If next week the catalyst is going to be a negative one, and if the war further progresses, that's where we're going to be ideally heading to as a next support level. Dogecoin is 11 right now, so anywhere from basically current level all the way to 1066 is still logical. Cardano is down about 0.11%, 80 cents right now. Anywhere from current level all the way to 74 is still logical. Solana is flat as well, 82 right now. So let me just look at that on a daily view. So with respect to Solana, anywhere from basically 85 to 75 from here at the 40 out of 70. XRP is up about 1.27%. It seems like we're still squeezing at the 49 out of 70. So we'll continue to squeeze. And at the same time, we are still in a bullish pattern. But is it going to be a big leap? I would say not really. We might leap up to like the 78 cents. Or ideally even like to the 80 cents from here if we are going to break this downward wedge that we're forming at the moment. Polkadot's up about 5%. 50 right now. I don't advise buying at this moment. It's relatively running high, despite it doesn't look like it's running high, but it's if you talk about percentage wise, it is running quite sharply. 16 all the way to 14 is still logical to dollar cost average. ALGORAND's down about 3%. It seems like just falling off the cliff. It's been on decline for a while. And I would say anywhere from basically 71 downwards below. But it seems like this is like a just depleting with no signs of reversal. This is just like a falling knife at the moment. So ALGORAND doesn't seem like has substantive support to hold ground for it right now. So definitely be careful, but it's definitely normalizing because of lack of volume as well. So be careful with this, but hold if you believe in this long term. Shiba Inu low 2000, so we are basically there, right? 2100, 1400, 900 from here with the 41 out of 70. MACTAC is up about 0.75%, 143 to 120. Right now it's at the 43 out of 70, so yeah, anywhere between 142 to 120 is the logical levels. AVAX up about 1.75%. This is a head and shoulder pattern, head, shoulder, shoulder. So we are struggling around the 75 because this is a consolidated level. So ideally, right, anywhere from, I would say, bare minimum, right, I will start incurring around 60, right, 59.97. I'm just trying to be precise, 59 to 50 from here. Luna is on the verge of sell-off right now. So you see that we have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tops. And every single time we hit the 70, we reject, right? So you definitely don't want to test your luck by keeping it in or buying in at the moment. We're down about 4%. So we have one large separation, second large separation. So coming down will be relatively bloody and sharp. It'll be coming in any days now, actually. So 62, 52 to 45 would be the level I would even think about incurring. So we still have some long way to go. So hope you guys have a good Friday. I have a long meeting today, consecutively, I would say. But hope you guys have a good one. And, I do foresee us to be having more of a relaxed, I guess, normalized day, if you may. And knowing the fact that this week has been just, wild, wild west, up, down, very bipolar, if you may, right? We all deserve some break sometimes, like a mental break, right? But as a long-term investor, I don't advise to be looking at the charts and looking at the, the price level jumping up and down every single day. It doesn't do you any favor. But if you hold it long-term, that's the best policy, right? For you to, ultimately get that, asset appreciation that you're looking for, right? Because looking at like in a very micromanaged type of perspective it doesn't do you any favor, and it kind of stirs your emotions. But if you truly believe in the fundamentals of the assets, there's no point of doing that, right? All right, so that's it. Take care, guys.